everyone, it's Jane Maloney. Welcome to another scrapbooking process video. Today I'm inspired by the Craft On paper collection, which is retired from Close to My Heart, although you can still get the paper pack, and this is the hero paper from that pack, is available on my website. But not everything I'm using is from that collection, and I'm going to show you how I'm mixing and matching a bunch of different collections, even though it is inspired by this paper. All of these circles were inspired by this layout, which is from the deluxe kit that was from Craft On back last year sometime. And so I'm going to be sort of following this layout here. I really liked these shaker elements, so I'll be incorporating those. And that is where I got all of these circle ideas, and these are the ones that are going to be the shakers. So I cut those with the shaker window and confetti thin cuts. And so this cuts all of these circles, which are the backer to the shaker windows. And then this, it's hard to tell, but it's stitched. So you can see right here, the glitter doesn't really show the stitching, but cardstock does, and it looks awesome. And so that's going to be covering the top of our shaker so you don't see the foam. And so we'll be showing that. And then the rest of this, these will cut confetti if you want, but I'll just be using sequins today. I also wanted to show you, I cut out 3 of each of the patterns that I'm using. I'm using 3 of this one for the 3 shakers to create a visual triangle. But for the blue, I'm only using a couple. The purple, I only have 1. And then these, I have 2. And so I'll be tying in the purple in other ways for visual triangles. I've got this, and then I'll have something down here probably, or up here, something like that. This paper is actually from the These Are My People collection, and it's a really beautiful paper pack, so be sure to check that out. I'll link it below. And then this black and white polka dot is from an old Halloween collection called Hello Pumpkin that I pulled out of my stash. And then I wanted to show you, you get very usable circles out of the centers of those shaker frames. And then these are the shaker window pieces that we'll need. This outer ring is going to be the foam of our shaker window. You get the acetate sheets. These come as a kit, and they're super, super handy. And then we'll be using all of these inner pieces just as regular foam squares. All right, and then I've also got this sticker sheet and black chipboard pieces from Craft On, and these little rubber shapes that I will be incorporating into the layout as well. So this looks really busy right now. You'll see what I'm going to do to kind of tame the chaos. I'll be pulling probably some other embellishments and things in as well, but just wanted to make sure I pointed all of this out. Oh, and these little flamingos, I almost forgot. I pulled from an old kit called Calypso, and since my daughter's wearing a flamingo dress, I thought that they might be cute to incorporate on the layout as well. So I did a lot of mixing of kits in this layout, but it all just works. Just pull out the colors that go with your inspirational paper, which for me is this Craft On. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this up now, and I hope you enjoy.
So I'm going to start off by adding some white space behind the circles because it's very busy with that floral background. And since I'm going to add that white space, I'm going to gut out this background paper because only the outside's going to show. And this paper is so pretty, I don't want to have all of that hidden, and now I can use all of that inside. So I'm adding a couple more pieces of cardstock, and I tried a couple of versions, first with the white as a border with the pink on top, but decided that I needed the white space for your eyes to rest more because of all that busyness. The pink would still be considered white space, but it was too much color for me. So I went with the white background and the raspberry as the matte to that. And I gutted that piece as well and can use that for something else. That's a big piece to have hidden behind all that paper. So I am very frugal with my paper like this. So now I'm going to put my mats on. I liked the thin white mat around my photo, which by the way is a 5x7 photo, and then a raspberry mat behind that to coordinate with the raspberry mat behind all of the circles. So I just keep placing it where I'm going to have it to make sure I like where all of the circles are. And I'm going to adhere all of the corner circles first so I can get their placement right. And then I will adhere all of the middle circles after that. So this light aqua piece is with the stripes. I purposely made those stripes go in different directions just to give it a little bit of variation. So now I slowed this down just a bit so you could see how I put the shaker windows together. So I take that outer circle covering off first, and I put the acetate over the whole thing, and then I peel it up with the foam circle. That way you're not peeling the foam circle off and then putting it on the acetate and making the circle all wonky. I just find that this way works for me so that the circle stays all together in one straight piece as it should. So I put some sequins in all of the circles that are going to have shaker windows, and I pulled out those rubber craft shapes, which are also still available on my website until they're out of stock. Because they added, I wanted to add them inside of the shaker windows, but I didn't want them to shake around with everything. I wanted to glue them in place so they would stay put. And I thought it would be fun for the sequins and the flamingos to kind of fall on them and have to kind of bounce around them a little bit. I just thought it would be fun to have that static piece in there, so I did that. So I'm adhering the second shaker window. I put the flamingos, their vellum, inside those two shaker windows. The bottom shaker window is a lot smaller, so I'm not adding a flamingo there. And I am actually going to cut this shaker window in half. Since so much of it isn't going to be showing, I thought that I would save the other half in case I ever need half of a shaker window again. There was just no need to have that extra shaker underneath the photo. And then you don't have to worry about any of the shaker elements kind of going up high. I mean, it's in a scrapbook layout and it's going to be in your album, so it's not like they're going to be like shaking all around like on a card. But anyways, I just figured, someday I might want to use just half of a shaker window, and I have it. So to secure the top of that, I just cut some of those foam squares in half and ran them along the cut edge of the shaker window, and that sealed it up. And then I cut the outer circle in half as well, so I have that other half a circle for something as well. So now all of my shaker windows are put together. This is sped up quite a bit because there was so much of a process to this layout, putting all of the shakers together and constructing the page. And then now, after I get this photo down, we are going to be moving on to the embellishing. And there's a lot of embellishing here too. Now, you could have left this a lot simpler than I did without so much embellishing because there's already so much going on. But I had so many fun embellishments to play with, and I just really wanted to play with them. Now, I really thought that I was going to use the black chipboard pieces more than I did. I just used a couple small pieces, but I'm playing with a few of them. I really thought I was going to use these two leaves on either side of the photo, and I really wanted to use this life chipboard piece. And then there's an arrow that says love, and I wanted it to say love this life. But once I got all of those in place, I just really didn't like the black with this layout. It was too heavy. So I tried a couple of different positions, really didn't like the love. It just kind of added to the busyness, and it was too dark and heavy. It just weighted this down in a way that I didn't like. So I played around with those leaves a little bit, kind of liked them, thought I was going to keep them, but I didn't. So I'm pulling off one of the stickers now that says Delight, and Delight in the small things, I think. And I really liked the way that it kind of arched over the photo, but I didn't like the color because I already had 3 of that color. I believe this is mint in the shaker windows. So I already had my visual triangle in big pieces in the shaker windows with the mint color, and then adding that title added a lot more mint. So I wasn't sure about it, wasn't ready to commit, and wanted to put the rest of the layout together to be sure that I would like it there. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just playing with lots of pieces. I ended up using this chipboard black flower kind of peeking out from behind the photo because it wasn't as heavy. It was more light and airy and small. I really liked that flower cluster that I just put down on the right, on the purple circle, but it had a lot of yellow, which I liked. It brightened up the layout a lot, but then you're going to see me try to add more yellow later on because I really need that visual triangle with the yellow. So that's what I'm doing with this whole layout. As I'm placing all of these embellishments and pieces down, I'm just trying to find balance because there's so much going on. Create those visual triangles because that helps your eye move around in a cohesive way that makes sense. So I just start kind of putting everything down as I decide that I like it. Putting those little stickers down. I found that that Tombow glue in the green bottle works well to adhere the rubber shapes. Because this Tombow glue is a little bit tacky, I feel like it holds well for stuff like the rubber shapes and plastic, and like those white hearts, and the ones that I colored purple are plastic, and it adheres those well. So here's where I'm adding that flower with the yellow center and then that yellow sticker with the heart in it next to it, and that helps with my visual triangle. I've got a line now, and then later on I'm adding some yellow sequins to sort of complete that visual triangle with the yellow. So I'm just about done here, adding all of my final touches, adhering down my title. Again, I don't love that it's mint, but I do overall like it on the layout. I just love the way it arches. I love the saying and just think that it works for this. So I'm adhering all of the sequins around. I didn't want to add too much color with the sequins, mostly white and silver, and then a little bit of yellow and pink to round everything out. Here are some still shots of everything, lots of detail going on. This was such a fun layout to put together, very outside the box for me, but that layout from Close to My Heart's workshop really inspired me, and I just love how it turned out. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you will subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to be sure you're notified of new videos. Thanks for watching and have a great day.